past four and I'm feeling old.
Hi BookTube, it's Missy, and today I'm here to share with you guys my January TBR for 2019. It's pretty big, like most of my TBRs are. I always have all these ideas that I'm going to read tons and tons of books, and then I don't read tons. I have averaged, in 2018, my average was 6 books a month. So when I have a million books on my TBR, it's kind of silly. But anyways, let's get started. There are 2 readathons that I will be participating in January. If I find any more, I will post extra TBR videos, but for the moment I only found 2 that I'm interested in participating in. The first one is the A Yearathon readathon. I used to be very, very good, and I would read the books for this readathon every single month. I will leave the Goodreads group down below. This month's theme is throwbacks, which is to read an old favorite from your childhood or something that impacted your teens. Now, for that, I read Stephen King every day, all year round. He impacted me tremendously when I was a teenager, when I was in high school. So I'm going back to my childhood. I will be reading The Frog and the Toad Treasury, 3 books written and illustrated by Arnold Lobel. My grandma has a thing for frogs, and so she read these books to me when I was little because she likes frogs so much, and they're cute stories which are quick to read, so I'm definitely going to be reading this. And then I have Heidi by Johanna Cypri. I'm pretty sure Penelope gave me this. I'm pretty sure. If she didn't, I don't know who gave this to me. I got it for my birthday. I know that. And this is my favorite childhood classic, if you want to call it that. I know it is a classic, but it's my favorite childhood book. When I was in 1st grade, I purchased this book, which I still own, for like 30 cents from my library at school. And since then, I have reread it like 3 times growing up, but I haven't read it as an adult, and so I'm definitely looking forward to reading it this month. It's about a girl who lives with her grandpa in the mountains. Her grandpa is a recluse and never goes down to the town below. He does make sure that she is educated, and he sends her off to be a companion to this girl who is in a wheelchair. And that's all I remember. I remember she had lots of fun with a boy that herds goats, I think. And so they have a really good friendship, and then she's friends with the girl in the wheelchair, and that's it. I don't remember anything else, which is so sad. So I definitely cannot wait to read this. The readathon for the A Yearathon readathon starts next Monday on the 7th and ends on the 13th. So literally any book that you liked in your childhood, you can read during that week. Again, I will leave the Goodreads group down below if you would like to participate. The next readathon that I want to do is the buzzwordathon. This is round 2. Lala over at Books and Lala is, I think, the host of this readathon, and it is the 14th through the 20th, and for that week they are reading the buzzword lie. So either lie or liar has to be in the title of the book. Now I have a bunch of books with lie in the title, and I'm surprised by that. So I have 2 here that I'm interested in reading. There is The Truth and Other Lies by Sasha Arango. I purchased this from Book Outlet a few months back, and I think this is a thriller? I think this is a thriller or a suspense. I'm not sure, but it's short, so I definitely want to give this a go. And then I have The Truth Lies Here by Lindsay Klingle. Klingle? I think this is a YA book. This really interested me. It says, what's going on in Bone Lake? The truth will surprise you. And yeah, this is a library book, so I really, really need to read it and then return it. It's got deckled edges. I really like this cover. It's fabulous. I do have a bunch, though, that are down below. I could Lies Within, which is on my Kindle. I received it from the author a few years back. Meant to read it, started it, never finished it. I have Love, Lies, and Spies, which is a historical fiction steampunk that is really intriguing that I own on my birthday shelves. I have The Sacred Lies of Mino Bly, which is a mystery. It's about a girl who runs away from a cult. I have The Lie Tree, which is another YA book that is, I have the really pretty edition. Christopher Riedel. Christopher Riedel? I think that's the illustrator. He fixed up the book fantastically, and I definitely want to read that one at some point. I also have Big Little Lies down on the floor, White Lies by Bates on my Kindle as well, and I have Lies of Loch Lamora by Scott Lynch, which I don't know if I'll get to that one. That one is high fantasy, I believe, and that's an adult. So for the time being, I have these two, and if I can pick up another one within that week, I will. We will see. On to the other books that I have. So I have Everything's Eventual, which is a collection of short stories by Stephen King. This is the Stephen King 2019 readathon pick for January. So if you are interested in reading Stephen King this year, I will leave the Goodreads group down below. I have started it again. The entire list for the entire year is on the front page of the Goodreads group. It's some stories that I've already read that I've loved in my, not childhood, but when I was in high school and college that I want to reread this year, and then some new ones that have come out that I haven't picked up yet. But this is the January pick. I also am going to be buddy reading a book with Penelope on the 14th. So the same week as the Lie Buzzword-a-thon, we'll also be reading The Catacombs by Jeremy Bates. This is part of the World's Scariest Places series. The last book that we read was Suicide Forest. This is book 2, which is called Catacombs by Jeremy Bates, and I'm definitely looking forward to reading that. And then I have two books that are, well, not two books. Two books from the same author that I'll be reading. We have Beneath the Sugar Sky by Shannon McGuire. I am reading this. This is the third book in the Wayward Children series, and the fourth one, which is In an Absent Dream, comes out on the 8th of January, which I have pre-ordered. And it's the same length, so I'm looking forward to reading the fourth book, but in order to do so, I need to read the third. And then I have two other books that are just randomly on my list. We have Giant Days Volume 8. I still haven't picked this up yet. And The Sacrifice Box by Martin Stewart. I did pick this up a couple days ago, and I read just the very beginning of it, which is the prologue. It really reminds me of It, the book from Stephen King. Not the story itself, but the kids from the book. So we have 3 boys and 2 girls. They have found this box in the forest. One of the boys had a dream that the box told him rules that he had to follow in order to use the box. All of the kids have sacrificed one of their favorite things in the world to this box. They've all held hands and recited the rules, and the rules are they can't go to the box alone. They have to go with everyone. You can never go to the box at night, and you can never take anything out of the box ever. And I know from the synopsis, one of the kids breaks the rule, and I don't know what happens after that. But I'm definitely looking forward to continuing on with this book. I did pick up a couple other books in December and in January. This one, The Agony House by Sherry Priest. I started reading this a few weeks back. Still haven't finished it, but I'm almost halfway. And it's a fast read, so I hope to finish this sometime either today or tomorrow. And then I also picked up Under the Harrow by Flynn Berry. This is one of the books that I had on my list for the Around the Year in 52 books. I started this yesterday. I got 52 pages in, which is chapter 14. Really enjoying it. It's also a fast read, so I'm hoping to get this one done within the next couple of days as well. I'm currently still reading The Martian to my children. I'm also reading Over Easy by Jasper Ford. The kids are really enjoying that one. I'm hoping to get to The Princess Bride this month, and also Red Shirts by John Scalzi. If I can get those two to read to the kids this month, that would be great as well. And I think that's it. Again, if I find any other readathons this month, I will definitely make a new TBR for those. But other than that, let me know down below if you've read any of these books, if you are going to participate in any of these readathons. What books have you chosen for those readathons? And if you know any others, let me know down below. And I think that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!